My first question is 6%. What would you do if the odds of success were 6%? So, kind of depends, right? Would you fill out a March Madness bracket if you had a 6% chance to win? Yeah, I'd probably do that. If there was only a 6% chance that your child was going to get through college, would you encourage him to go through college? Maybe. Maybe not. If there was a 6% chance you might not make it home today, would you have actually got out of bed? Maybe not. Or if there was a 6% chance that would you own your business for over 10 years and you could actually sell it. Those are the odds. Now, some people don't like my fuzzy math, so I go, it's fuzzy math. And it's funny how people want to argue with me about this. And it's like, okay, let's have a conversation. So how do I get 6%? 6%, I took two stats. Around 20% of businesses fail within the first 2 years. About 50% fail within the first 5 years. And 65% fail within their first 10 years. Boom. That's tough. And my buddy Dan Porting can actually probably vouch for this, only 1 out of 5.5 businesses listed gets sold each year. So if you make it for 10 years, it's 35%. And then if you go get it sold, you got 1 out of 5.5 or 18%. You put those two together, what do you get? You get 6.3%. So despite all these odds, and these are huge odds, 5.5 million businesses were started last year, or an average of about 15,000 per day. Okay, everyone do me a favor. This is a joint thing. I want us to count to 6, okay? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A business was just born every 6 seconds. So despite all these odds, and by the time I'm done talking, depends how long I talk, there'll be like 600 businesses started. 600. And here's the amazing thing. Over the next decade, 4.5 million businesses will need to be transitioned to new owners with an estimated value of $10 trillion. 4.5 million. So how do we get here? How do we get in this mess? Well, I've got a chapter in my book called Sobering Stats. So 66% of businesses have no plan for transitioning to new owners. That's 2/3. They got no plan. 80% of owners have not enlisted in any outside help with the transition. They're doing it on their own. This is the one that's really scary. 98% of businesses do not know their current estimated value. 98%. I will tell you, at Mid-State Security, I knew my value. And I would talk to business brokers, I would talk to people in the marketplace, I would understand what drove my enterprise value, but most people don't. This one's even scarier. Only 25% were confident in their current management team. Means 3/4 were not confident. And only 30% of businesses are successfully transferred to the second gen. I just talked, where's Dan? There's Dan over there. He talked to me about his business. They transferred successfully from first gen to second gen. That is really hard to do. So Dan, I applaud you and your dad and you and your brothers for a successful transition. Here's a scary thing, and I'm in this bucket. I was in this bucket. 40% of small business owners have all their net worth in their business. For me, it was about 95, 98% of my net worth. My financial advisors looked at me and said, this may not end well, okay? So that's why I wrote this book. This is why I wrote this book, Exit Well, because I wanted to help one more. It wasn't to get on the bestseller list. It wasn't to make money. I don't think you write a book to make money. It was really to help one more. If I could help one more small business, okay, create enterprise value, and do a successful exit, then it was worth it. I want to increase the odds. The goal is really simple. Turn your business into a great company, which has value that someone wants to buy.